So if you swipe to the right and you take a look at the deadlift, horrible, terrible. And I was so mad. But things like that need to happen in order to give you a reality check, in order to make you have to make adjustments. And that's the whole point here. None of us are perfect. I'll never say that I can live to that standard. That standard is for Jesus Christ. For Dare Mulo, I'm just not that person. And as a result of that, there's many times when obstacles hit, when I fail at something, or when things didn't happen in my favor, I didn't always react the best. I can definitely say that with 100% confidence. But the thing is, there are times where I did react correctly, correct myself there. And whether if it's in lifting, nutrition, friendships, relationships, work, school, if you're trying to learn something new, there's always things you can do to learn. And that's the whole point. The perspective has to change about what obstacles, failure, and things not happening in your favor really is, right? If you look at it as just failing, then the story basically ends. But the story doesn't end because each day that goes by, you're flipping through the pages, and it ends once you die. Once you die. Goodness gracious, speaking ability. So, being able to see what happened, ask proper questions in order to make the right adjustments, to make a plan to then follow, and the plan is going to work until it doesn't, and then at that point you make more adjustments to keep following it. You want to think of things in that way because not everything is going to work out. You're going to come across obstacles, conflict, things not happening in your favor, and it's important how you react to it. It's important what you take from it. There always should be something you're learning. If you're winning, you're learning. If you're losing, you're learning. There's no opportunity. You can honestly say there's no room for growth, which is why I don't want perfection. I don't want to have it because there'll be no room for improvement. I'm curious like a child. I want to know more. I want to ask more questions. I'm curious. And this is something that is so valuable because you're coachable. You're easy to talk to. So every interaction, every workout, every meal prep, school, work, whatever you're doing, there's always an opportunity to learn. In my field of work, I don't like to talk about it much. After a mission, I have something called an AAR, which is after action review. So you're basically talking about the things that went right, the things that went wrong, and the things to sustain, the things to keep for the next time. And that is where your mindset should be after every task you do, because there's always room for improvement, no matter what. So you want to take a learning approach for everything because, like I said, none of us are perfect. And to expect someone to be perfect is unrealistic. Unrealistic. And I'm looking back at those deadlifts, and I actually have more perspective because 5 years ago, at 600 pounds, I was struggling, but now it's close to 700. I'm complaining. See what I mean? Perspective. But the great thing about lifting is the videos because you can take a look at where your feet are, how you're positioned, how your mood was, if you drank enough water, if you ate, if you slept well. All that affects the performance. And if one of it is off, the whole thing will be off. And that is sort of how you want to be with everything else. If you did something, how could I have done it more efficiently? If something went wrong, what went wrong? Why did it go wrong? What could we do different next time? It has to be always the mindset to grow because you want to be as efficient as possible in everything that you do, right? So, whether if it's a skill that you're trying to learn, school, work, relationships, friendships, anything, things are not going to always work out. There's going to be mistakes, there's going to be conflict, things that come that you don't expect. But your reaction is the most important thing. And I'm here to say right now, my reaction isn't always perfect, but I will not stop working. I will not stop working on it. I will not stop identifying where the problem was and what to do next time better. And that next time, if it goes right, how can I do it more efficient than that? That's the whole point. You never stop improving. if you're not growing, you're basically dead. If you're not growing, you're dead. Remember that. If you're not growing, you're dead. So each day that unravels, you're flipping through those pages. The story ends once you die. So there's always an extra attempt, and another one, another one. Want to think of opportunities to always keep growing. Have a growth mindset. Be coachable. Be able to sit back and reflect. Feel the emotion from the anger, from the resentment, all that when it happens. But after that, it's important to recollect, to be able to then analyze it to the point you have a plan for the next time. But I just wanted to say that for anyone, all of us, none of us are perfect, but don't see things happening not in your favor, failing, obstacles, as just that. See it as an opportunity to rise, because it really is, depending on your perspective.